The squirrel is probably one of the most underrated athlete to take note of. They're the ultimate faith animal, spirit totem. Now, when they're in their shadow, you can make fun of them and call them squirrely, nervous, anxious. But that's also where they shine. Think the movie Wanted, that guy who was taking that anxiety medication all the time, when really, once he embraced it, he could curve bullets. I'm getting that vibe from the squirrel spirit teachings, the medicine of squirrel. They don't have wings, and they're always taking these huge leaps of faith. You rarely hear about them not landing where they're aiming. They raise their children really high up in nests. And they don't have wings, the babies don't have wings, but they do it anyway because they're champions in a way. In war, the ones that win are the ones that are willing to do what the other side won't, if you look throughout history. And I feel like squirrels have, and as far as like the order of animals and respect, they're above rats. And it's because of their lifestyle choices. And I feel like they're also quite sacred because they're kind of like the Irish thought of ducks. Ducks could fly, they could swim, they could go underwater, and they could walk on land. So they were able to go through all these different realms. Well, the squirrel is like that too. They are good on land. They're like acrobats. They can hang upside down from their back legs on the side of a tree. They're excellent climbers. They live up high in the trees. They basically soar through the air like Superman without any wings. And some of them have wings, the flying squirrel. They're super duper fast. They're just excellent athletes. I'm in awe of them. And when you think about their diet, they eat a lot of nuts, of course, but maybe they eat bugs too. But as far as I know, they're plant-based, and they're quite strong when you think about all that they can do. And I really love squirrel. I feel like it's one of my totem animals. During Hurricane Ike, a bunch of their babies ended up in our yard, and we had to take them to this lady who was an expert in the neighborhood. We took the little babies to this lady, and hopefully she was able to give them a new start. It's so sad to see all their babies, from that hurricane. But other than that, you rarely see baby squirrels outside their nest, and they don't have wings. And I feel like that's really important during these times because more adults are living with their parents than ever before. And a lot of these parents say, leave the nest. And they created rats' nests for these adults to they're supposed to fly out, and they were raising rats. So rats don't have wings. So if you're in that in-between space, call upon the squirrel to help you through it. Maybe they can inspire you as they have me. And maybe let them eat from the bird feeder. Feed the squirrels. You don't want birds gaining too much weight because then they're easier prey for the cats and dogs. I saw a dog catch a bird flying, and that was sad because they were feeding the birds too much. The bird couldn't fly. So feed the squirrels. Squirrels are kick-ass athletes, and I just thought I'd sing about squirrel today.